Dandelion Rose. Thanks for checking in. We actually luckily got power back a little bit ago, and I have Wi-Fi, so I can finally get a signal out. So here's where they had it up there, so I can show you guys where I'm at. Thank you, Gracie. What's up, Renata? Kitty Soft Paws, we are alive. We did make it through here. Sadly, there's a lot of people, a lot more than it's being reported, that didn't, further inland from us. But my wife and my 2 kids were all good. And the home only took a little bit of damage over here. Can you see which damage we took? What's up, Trey? That was quite the storm, brother. Thanks, Happy Gal. Thank you. So we lost that whole panel. It actually ripped it out from the rep pavers and took the screen with it. So that's problematic down here in Florida, especially for the wildlife in this neighborhood. But we'll take the good with the bad. Around this part of town, it's not terrible. There's a lot of trees down still, and pool cages some of them are messed up pretty good. But further inland, it's very bad. It's extremely bad. He hasn't messaged all day. They might be without cell service. It's possible. I lost cell service. I lost cell service before noon as the storm moved in. We lost cell and power at the same time, and that was it. So we couldn't get any information out or in, and we didn't know too much about what was going on out there, except for my little NOAA radio. Mary, it's great to be alive. It is way clearer, isn't it? Yeah. I hope they upgrade it. Thanks, Trey. So I didn't do as much storm chasing during that one. I stayed out of that. But ironically, the last 2 places I went to as the storm was coming in was Sanibel Causeway, and then I finished at Fort Myers Beach. So. Oh, I'm already getting bit by mosquitoes right now as we speak. So, I'll take you guys out here. We have lots more lanai lizards, though. And the good thing about the power coming back on is I was going to have to make the decision today to throw my fish into this body of water, and they wouldn't have survived. But they would have survived longer than just being in their tank. So I'm glad I didn't have to do that. And so many have lost homes and lost their jobs. Yeah, sadly, my biggest account, I found out their business took so much damage that they're not going to reopen. So I'm sure there's going to be a lot more of that going on. All those beach walks are off for now. I have the brother-in-law checking my house right now. So Marco Island's bridges are good, and they don't have a curfew anymore. At some point, I'll probably go do a beach walk down there just to have something normal to do. I hope that's all it is. I am worried about him, and I was about you. I wouldn't think it's as bad there. I heard people saying that Davy Stingray posted said he was good. I haven't confirmed that he still is good, but all signs point to that he was, even though he didn't leave. He drove his Stingray out of there to a grocery store and then apparently walked back in the storm. Our area isn't as bad right in this neighborhood, but the further you get towards the coast, it's terrible. Normally I try to be positive, but this situation, I'm not gonna. I can't sugarcoat it. It's not good, and there's a lot of people that have perished. They just aren't reporting it yet. Can we see your fish? At some point, you could. I don't know if I have a video of them. I'm in Estero, Florida, right by Fort Myers. I'm not far from Fort Myers Beach or Bonita Beach. And the four worst areas, or the worst areas that were hit, were Sanibel, Fort Myers Beach, Pine Island. Cayo Costa. In those areas, pretty terrible. We're hanging in there, Cindy. What's up, Thailand? I'm not in Naples. I'm just north of Naples, north of Bonita Springs. I'm in Estero. How did you guys fare in your part of Estero? I know San Carlos Park. There was a bad area over there. Island Park. Yeah, it was pretty much a worst case scenario for that type of storm. I know there's hundreds of people that have perished, but they've ordered over 1,000 body bags that I heard them say. It might be more than that, but so I'm thinking it's probably closer to that number, maybe. Off Broadway, off of 41. So I didn't see how yours was. How did you guys fare? Because I know San Carlos Park, it wasn't so good. Yeah, it is, Nikki, it is. Crystal, thanks for the rose. Crystalty? Yes, the people need the prayers down here for sure. Yeah, there's a number down here that you can call and have a welfare check. So if people have family members, look into that, look it up on Google. There's a number you can call down here, and they will they'll put them on the list to do a welfare check. You do know me. You still like that one, huh? That's probably one of my better lines. The way the delivery was perfect, James. I grew and graduated from Bishop Barreau. Yeah, it's crazy. Sorry. I'm so sorry. We're hanging in there. Coconuts, Jax was hit, but repairable. That's good. I would like to go down to Bonita Beach tomorrow, that area, and check it out. I've been giving time to the first responders and staying out of their way, out of respect for them. And it'll be a little bit before we can go to Fort Myers Beach. They have Matanzas Pass Bridge is closed. Unless you live on there, you're not getting over it. Your mom lost everything. I'm so sorry. Just because something's still standing doesn't mean they didn't take serious water damage. So I don't know yet until people get in there. I saw all those shrimp boats that weren't far from Dock Fords that were piled up. That's not a good sign. Yeah, there's a phone number you can call. They were talking about on the news here today. I'm sorry. You're by Walmart in Estero? Gotcha. So yeah, further up in St. Carlos Park. Looks like the bay came over that way. There's already been a lot of cleanup happening over here, but on the other side of my house, you'd see a little bit of a different story. Maybe I'll take you in there and show you out that way. I'm hanging in there, Fawn. I know the house in Sarasota is trashed, the property more than the house. Yeah. We did finally get power back, thank God. And that's why I have Wi-Fi too right now. So I could broadcast to you guys and let you know that we were okay. I know last night we finally found a signal on the top of FGCU's parking garage. And I was able to do a live stream and get the message out to some people. But I know a lot of people were freaked out because I disappeared. And we had no cell service or anything, so... There is power at my house, but most places don't have it still. So what was one thing you were thankful for during hurricanes that you couldn't live without? Honestly, I was reflecting on how thankful I was that I got to go on those walks. And I had already told my kids that if something happened, like before the storm got bad, you know, how I felt. So I felt pretty good. I felt pretty at peace. But I was grateful that I took these walks. Walk with Jesus, let me find my purpose and land of free from all distractions. Yeah, I understand. This is aftermath for our neighborhood, but it's cleaned up pretty good. I figured people were worried, so sorry. I got on as soon as I could. You got power in the middle of the night in Tampa? Nice. It was nice and cold here still today. I left for Miami, want to come home soon. Bellaterra is probably similar to my neighborhood. Swift. So it should be pretty good. Maybe some tiles, roof tiles off, maybe some trees down. Still have landlines in case cell goes. No, that's nice. I do not. Best disappearing act ever. Sorry, guys. That one wasn't one of those where I'm lost on the beach and just trying to keep you hooked in. For Orange, my daughter's cars were underwater and her bottom floor of townhouse was flooded. Yeah. What's up, Ham? No shark's teeth over here, but there has been some weird stuff. So up by that front pond that I normally take you guys, yeah, San Carlos Park, bad. Island Park, bad. Over by the pond, there's snails everywhere. Snail shells, but also the snails. They were flown right out of their shells, and they're all over the sidewalks. And Hercules apparently likes escargot. So how do you prefer differently? Change anything? I would get cash. That's the biggest thing I learned from this. Get cash beforehand. Some places couldn't take anything but cash. Humidity is pretty high right now, and we are still in a boil advisory. This is Estero, Florida, right by Fort Myers. This is not Bonita Bay, but I don't really answer questions about what neighborhood I'm in. Letting go of all negativity. That's good. That's good. But there's a little bit of reality to this whole situation too. So normally I try to stay pretty positive in here, but I'm also going to be honest with you about what's going on down here too. And I know you're not referring to that, Noonie. That's not directed at you. Our house got hit very hard. Total disaster. Yeah, Lynn, I'm sorry. I was thinking about B-Town. It's where I'll probably go first to check out, but I don't know. I don't know. Hope I should have told you that. Sorry, I learned that during Irma. You know, I knew that from the last time, and it's something I forgot this time. Going to Outrigger Hotel on Fort Myers Beach holiday. Yeah. I don't know. But it's probably not so great. Lost power for 4 hours. Sanibel's horrible. Sanibel's pretty bad. And the causeway has been blown out in a few spots, and it's not something that's going to be fixed anytime soon. And a lot of that land is gone that they used to build it up on, you know, all that dirt they brought in. Yes, we do have power and internet too. So glad about that. It was nice and cool last night, thank God. What's up, Billy Ash? I am good. Hope your place is good in Tampa. Checked in with Ashley since it hit there, and I'm still waiting. Yeah, she's probably without cell coverage too. The storm is over for us down here. It's still going up north into the Carolinas. Thanks, friend. This actually looks pretty good. This looks a lot better than what you'll see if I'm going to take you out in the front too here. But front part of the neighborhood, but our neighborhood fared pretty well, all things considered. The further inland you get, the closer you get to the coastline, especially when you get to where the surge was. It's unimaginable, actually. It looks like something out of a movie, like a disaster movie. Bit of wind and rain today. Yeah, we haven't had any rain, thankfully. 70 miles from you. We stay safe, Pam. The infamous tree, last live, still standing. I see. Yeah, see how bad it's leaning. So at one point it was leaning all the way to the right. Then it actually was going back and forth, going towards the water and back towards the house, and then it ended up leaning to the left, like that. But all these plants, I mean, remember how big all that stuff was? They're pretty much toast. Not much left. Her pool cage I don't know what's in her pool either. It's not a screen. There's something huge in her pool over there. It's kind of neat. What's up? Have you heard anything about Captiva? It's bad out there. It's bad. They're rescuing people. I'm sorry to say. What's up, who's your daddy? When I was in Mexico for Hurricane Tsunami, went through the hotel, I evacuated. Yeah, that's not good. It's gonna be years and years. And I think it was Hugo. Some places it took 12 years to rebuild. I don't. This is gonna be a long time. This is not Sanibel. I'm a little bit further inland in Estero, right by Fort Myers. I'll take you and show you guys out the front. If you have something you really need to know, answer to or whatever, and I miss it, ask again. Don't hesitate. If you're trying to find out information, I know a little bit about what's going on in town here. I've talked to some of my sheriff friends, and I can give you guys a little bit of an idea of stuff. But please excuse my mess. Don't judge. We just lived through a nightmare. It'll definitely take years. Yeah, one of my main accounts, they're not rebuilding. So I just found that out. Let me know if the signal starts going out here. Well, everybody's been cleaning up. And they've already cut down so many trees in here. There's possibly another depression forming. I have not heard, but I'm not looking forward to having to put my shutters up again. My back can't take it. We are blessed with life, and it is a good thing. We are still on a boil water notice, yes. So here, as you go to the front of the neighborhood, there's a lot more trees down like that. Especially around that front pond that I take you guys all the time. I can't get around it safely because of all the trees that are down, because of the alligators that are up there, and they're not in a good mood. This is Estero, Florida. Glad you're safe and power's on. I am so glad the power's on. So glad. I'm gonna take a shower in a little while. I'm really happy about that too. Hire a handyman if that is true. What's up, Ganja Queen? What do the next couple weeks look like for me? Next couple weeks for me personally is, I'll have some people here meeting to go inspect the house and stuff like that. And I'll be trying to catch back up on my life, but get down to some of these places that I've grown to love and see them firsthand. But I'm also respecting the first responders and the areas that they're in right now and what they're going through. From Wisconsin are driving there. There's a lot of people coming down to help. So may swing east or west. Yeah. Hurricanes, one house can be destroyed while one beside it untouched. Yeah, except for that storm surge stuff, man. Tough stuff. Thank you, Todd, on Instagram. Here, there's another one headed towards Florida, but this is hurricane season. This is true. Thanks, Smoke Eater. That has been... I haven't even looked at anything. I honestly, most of you know more about what happened during that storm than I did, because I was in the dark literally the whole time. I mean, I know some inside information now about stuff that's going on, but you guys have seen images that I haven't, and I'm just starting to see all of them. So some of those places I just literally live streamed from last are gone. God bless those linemen, yes. Yeah, we lost a few material things, but there's a lot of people in a lot worse situation for sure. I don't know, I already got called by one of the beach businesses that's not reopening, so I don't know. I have a bad feeling that big money will move in and build that up to this big thing there. So we'll see. I did not hear that we might get another hurricane either. So send a pallet of water down Thursday. Nice. I'm sure it was hard to watch. Honestly, I'm a little bit grateful that I didn't know that stuff was going on. Because this is the first hurricane I've stayed for that I rode out. And the roof felt like it was going to come off a few times. Yes, absolutely, Nikki. And also what areas of town are bad, and stuff like that. Also from the local news, like they're broadcasting stories, neighborhoods, things that are happening that most people aren't going to see unless they're down here watching those things. But some stuff from sheriffs that I was told. I was freaking the F out for you because of all the footage we were seeing. I bet. I know, I felt bad. Another life flight going by. Heading down to the coast right now. I don't think we got 190 here at our house. We were just on the edge of that eye wall, so I think it just missed us. But that sucker was going, so it was an EF3 tornado essentially, and it was like that for 3 hours. It was moving that slow, so you had to deal with that for 3 hours. So we were on the outside of that, but just a few miles in that direction is not good. Audio's not so good. Yeah, it's because I'm heading out further. Thank you, Renata. I do appreciate it. I knew a lot of people were worried. So, I was trying to get to a safe place to let you guys know that we were all right, but we couldn't even. I had no contact with my kids, so I had no idea if my son here or my daughter in Orlando were all right. We didn't know. Hugo was like that for you, fam. Keep checking in, hoping to see you. Thanks a lot, Vivi. I will. I don't know what cell service is like anywhere. This is only working because I'm on Wi-Fi, and it was spotty at best on FGCU's parking garage. So I'm gonna head down towards the beach area tomorrow and see if there's any signal down there. Otherwise, I'll just get some footage. I honestly don't know. I don't know what people will do on Sanibel. I would imagine that maybe they can bring in some barges and things and kind of shore up that causeway to at least bring equipment out there, or at least bring equipment out there and start dealing with it, but I honestly don't know. It's not an easy task. Thanks, Jerry Bell. Yes, I'm glad that we were all safe. Thanks, El Paso. This is Estero, Florida. Am I still zoomed in? Okay, no. So there was a huge tree over here. They have already cut that down, just to the right of those palm trees. It's crazy walking through the neighborhood because there's so much more light and the treetops are missing, and it's changed the view entirely. So any info on FGCU? Can't get any info. Yeah, so this is why I'm on here, for people like you. News isn't covering it. There is a lot of dust. FGCU is great over there. I was shocked how they evacuated that campus, and that campus is probably one of the safest places they could have been. My son and I, he goes there, we walked the campus before. That's how we found the parking garage, and I'm like, let's go up to the top and see if I can get a signal. But we walked through the whole campus. There's a lot of water in there, so it makes some of those corridors very narrow with the alligator water. But no, it's all pretty good, and the student apartments and stuff are in pretty good shape. Now San Carlos Park, some spots weren't so good, so I don't know if any students are over that way, but yeah, they're still rescuing people right now by boat and helicopter from those islands, and yeah, it's gonna be going on for days. There's a lot of Black Hawk helicopters flying around out here. There was some flooding, minor flooding in Estero. Not terrible though. No, there's a lot of alligator gar in the canal, or actually the storm runoff at the side of the road. That's normally this time of year. It doesn't have much water in it. There's a bunch of alligator gar hanging out in there, right by Miramar outlets. You could literally probably go net them. Florida, yes. I'm in Estero. How did you all fare? We fared pretty well in our neighborhood. But as you gradually get closer to the coast, each mile in, it gets significantly worse. And then obviously where all the storm surge was, there was an 18-foot storm surge. Thank you for the pizza. I need it, actually. I gotta eat something. where some places had 18-foot storm surge. So, and there's condos that are gone, like big ones, big condos. Publics are open. I don't know if all of them are. I know the one on Sanibel isn't. I do know that. But ours is open. Several others were open. They've done a good job getting gas in. There's a lot of gas, and it runs out. So download Gas Buddy, and you'll find your gas. Rusty's in Estero. I don't think so. Over by San Carlos Park is where there's some problems by US 41. Search and rescue dogs are down there. Yeah, there's a lot of people that drowned, so maybe they drowned in their homes and got washed out, or were trying to get out and drowned. So they're gonna find a lot of people. Yeah, it's pretty sad. And I was at my last 5 live streams. I was at Barefoot and Bonita Beach. Then I went to Big Carlos Pass, South Fort Myers, and Little Hickory Beach. And then right before the storm came in, before it was time, and I had a timeline that I had to get out of there by, I was on Sanibel Causeway and Fort Myers Beach for the very last one. And I'm taking you guys to some of those restaurants before. I don't know about Davey's car. I don't think it's probably pretty good. If he was close enough to walk back home in that storm like some people are saying, I don't know. I don't know about that. Have you talked to your daughter in San Carlos Park, Candace? Island Park, I know, was having some trouble. I know me and Davey were under the pier hanging out. That was where the last live stream was. Near River Heights. Well, it makes sense because so all that water is going to come down now from the east and go out towards the Gulf to the west. So as the days lead up, all that rain that's further upriver is going to start overflowing some of these rivers. I did notice down on Three Oaks Parkway, close to Estero Parkway, and then up by Ben Hill Griffin, that water was very, very high. They are good. Okay, good. I was under that causeway, yes, right before that storm came in. I was right under that causeway. That's missing now, that part of it that's missing. That's right where I was, one of those spots. And then the other spot where it is right by the main bridge, that's where I did the live stream from right before I left. Yeah, you were just at Pink Shell. It's sad. It is sad. It's still standing, but it took a ton of damage. Even the roof. Sanibel Causeway, yeah, I was on the causeway right before the storm started to move in. What's up, Tampa Tracy? What's up, Beth? I hate that I missed it live, man. You need to repost it. I will repost those. I had no idea. I had no idea it was going to be that bad there. I thought it might skirt north of us a little bit. But I knew we were on the right side, so I figured it wasn't going to be good. I just... 18-foot storm surge is not something you're expecting to really happen. My daughter and family did well. Sad to see Fort Myers Beach. Yeah, Carla, it is. I'm glad your daughter and family are good. No, that was not the bridge. But if you were on the live stream that last day when I was out on the causeway, looking over at Fort Myers Beach and Sanibel and stuff, that's the one. And then obviously the pier that I was under, that's the pier that's no longer there. It was terrible, Carolyn. Thanks for the balloons, Colleen. I do see the top 10 gifters and watch times on here, and I will notice you eventually. If you follow me, I'll take a look at your profile, but it's going to be a minute. We did get some damage, but you know, there's so many people in so much worse shape. I don't even want to talk about too much of the stuff that happened to our stuff. Makes me feel bad even trying to bring that up. But nothing major. Minor stuff, material stuff. And the worst part is the lanai screen being blown out because of all the bugs and gators and snakes and big cats and stuff. Bears. But other than that, we're very happy that we made it through. Thanks for the rose, Linda. But I wanted to get on here and touch base with people. One, because I know a lot of people still don't know that I'm okay. But two, for the people that have friends and family in this area or kids going to school here, so I can kind of give you an idea what's going on in certain spots. They got some water. Yeah, Candace. Some places flooded, not a ton, but they did get some water in their homes, especially along those canals. I am okay, Tori. I'm okay. We don't know if we'll be down now in November, dude. I don't know. I don't know if a lot will be going on. I don't think there'll be much of a season. That's for sure. It's gonna be pretty quiet this season down in that side of town. I'm glad we're okay too. Thank you, Colleen. This is just north of Bonita Springs in Estero. So it's gonna be a while for the cleanup for sure. No, Sanibel's in bad shape. So is Captiva. So is Cayo Costa and Pine Island and Matt Lachey. Matt Lachey's, that was old Florida, so those places were pretty old. We stayed there a couple years ago, or at the beginning of me doing this channel, actually, last summer. We stayed out there, so you guys can check out some of those videos. That stuff's all gone. Thanks, Kelsey. Yeah, so a lot of houses have damage the closer you get to the shore. People in the water on the beach, Myrtle Beach, filming, and the waves are crazy. Yeah, they've cleaned up a lot of it already. I have a cousin on Pine Island. Pine Island was very bad. That's really where the eye hit. Sanibel, Fort Myers Beach, Cayo Costa, Pine Island. So, and that eye wall is about a 3 hour long. 2 to 3 hours. Well, 2 hours on the front end, and then another 1 to 3 hours on the back end. It's a long time to be in winds like that. Another place we stay in, Vanderbilt, took a huge hit. Yeah, and downtown Naples was flooded. Downtown Fort Myers, not Fort Myers Beach. Downtown Fort Myers was flooded. I haven't heard anything about Bradenton. Sorry. If anybody knows, you can let them know. You lived on Sanibel? Yeah, it's terrible. Hercules was great. He was even great. We took him places to go find signal and be out in the car for 4 hours. He's great. He loves being in the car. He goes right to sleep. Up the river, and he had so many people on his lap. I know. It was killing me during that storm because it's not like I was, I was wired watching it outside. I wanted to live stream so bad. So bad. It's hard for a cameraman to sit back, and I knew everybody was getting footage, and here I can't get anything out. But more importantly, we were safe. So that's what I kept telling myself. What's up, Phoenix? Yeah, we're gonna need a lot of volunteers down here, so thank you. It has made me rethink moving to a condo on the beach a little bit, yes. But it also made me think that I might buy some land right down that way at some point, and then just have a little camper or something and drive it away when these storms come. We'll send Bill to the... I think I just threw up in my mouth. Thanks, Susan. Devastated. Yeah. Gotta figure out how to pin comments, make a moderator, plus keep jumping in on his live. Oh, God, I bet. Bradenton is okay, good. Matt Lachey, I went last summer. It's bad. Grew up in Sanibel, yeah. Even in Fort Myers, they had a lot of damage, yeah. Sorry to hear that. Yeah, Marco Island is back open for business. Thanks, Bridget. Thanks, Mary. That is pretty sad. I try to be pretty positive normally, but it's a sad situation. It's just the reality of it. So... guy on Facebook, Greg Case, shared footage from Vanderbilt. Quite scary. Yeah, it's pretty scary stuff that's happening. I haven't talked with Davey. I haven't confirmed he's alive. I've had people say that he said he was, that he was good and stuff. But I haven't got the confirmation yet from him. And it was sickening, wasn't it? I did. I threw up in my mouth a little bit. No, it could be because I've eaten some bad stuff out of the fridge. Or it could just be that left a bad taste in my mouth. Moving on. Most people aren't idiots like that, you know. It sounds like a better plan, yeah. Thanks again, Kelsey. You take care of yourself. I don't know anything about Estero. I'm sorry. Miss Fort Myers, Florida. Was there 4 years. Robitaille Jr. to Rhode Island 2018 because I missed it. It's good stuff. Oh, yeah. I will be happy to give you any pointers on any of that stuff. Your 2 daughters. I love that name, though. Robitaille. Robitaille's a good name. As a former hockey player, I like that name. Wanted to check on you. Happy you're okay. See you soon. Thanks, Susan. That's why I'm on here, just to make sure you guys know that I'm all right. Wanted to make sure. At some point, I'll try see if there's anywhere in town that I can get to and actually do a live stream. I'm not sure. It's gonna be a minute, I think. But I'll post some videos too now that I actually have internet here at the house. It is really sad. I did have some damage, yeah. The worst for me is just the little lanai screen because of the stuff that can get into my lanai now. But other than that, it's just, you know, stuff that can be replaced eventually. Thanks, Robitaille. Hola. Is that Argentina? I mean, are you in Lakewood Ranch? No, I'm in Estero, which is right by Fort Myers, just south of Fort Myers. Let's see. I'll take you guys over there so you can see a little further down. I can't go too far because I got to stay on the Wi-Fi here. It's the only signal I can get out to you guys right now. Unless I go stand on top of that parking garage again. You'll see in some of my videos, a lot of these street lights have lost the tops. And when the power came back on today, they were all making some crazy noises. What are the prices on the homes there? Well, I don't know after the storm. Our gator friend, have you seen him? I haven't seen Sir Elton, but I ran into a very big gator in the front pond today. I think it's the female that's normally down there, but I haven't seen her out of the water all the way before, and she's big. She scared me a little bit. And there's trees down all over that front pond, so those sidewalks are blocked up there. You can't get around the pond unless you want to get down by the water, like right into the water. The pier is sad, yeah. Yeah, Beth, I did a live stream. My last live stream from down there was right under that pier. That's when Davey informed everybody that he was staying. And then, you know, there was people on there that thought, like, because I was at Fort Myers Beach, that I wasn't evacuating Fort Myers Beach, and cause I don't live there. And so I was telling people I'm not evacuating because I'm not in an evacuation zone. So there was some confusion, I think, for people. But I was saying, if I was ordered to evacuate, looking at Davey, brother, evacuate, get out of there. Yeah, it's crazy, Robitaille. Messed up your dining room. Yeah, we got some water in for sure. I didn't get to do the lives during the storm. We were out of power right around noon. Power and cell service went down. There still really isn't cell service over here, but I'm on my Wi-Fi now that we got power back. Yeah, Davey the Corvette guy, Davey Stingray, yeah. But his house was taking water, I believe, but I think somebody said he was above it. He was able to stay above it. It's not that bad in this neighborhood. They've already yesterday they cut down a lot of trees. And most people here are meticulous, so they already cleaned up everything. But it's a lot worse than you think. This doesn't do it justice. But the closer you get to the coastline, it's outer devastation. It's not good. But thankfully, where we live, and this is why we picked over here after Irma. We're a little bit farther inland. I was watching your live on here and happened to have the Pure Side Grill webcam on. Oh, that's right. Is that when you said that you saw me on what, you know? So that was, you know, just a few hours before all that stuff started to go down. I forgot the water was already up his street. Yeah. He got a lot of views, though. I give him credit. I mean, here, I was giving him crap earlier that day. He was at 14,000 followers. And when he said, I posted a video here a little bit ago and I got a bunch of views, and then he was already at 17,000. Well, now he's at 44,000. So he shot up there. I am okay, Miss Sweet Pea. Your favorite places might not be. Marco Island's all right, though. Yeah, we lost it about 11:30 in the morning. We just got it back a couple hours ago. I did record during the storm and did 2 time lapses during 2 big parts of it. My sons are linemen have another. Thank your sons for me, okay? Dreamcatcher Girl, thank you. People are saying he's okay. I just haven't confirmed it yet. But, you know, he doesn't have cell service down there. I was supposed to go for a quick visit next week with the causeway still. Yeah, it's bad. There's Ruthie, there's a lot of people that didn't make it. They're just not telling you guys that yet. There was a girl that made a video about him calling him stupid and telling him when he got swept. That's pretty messed up, actually. This is in Estero, Florida, about 5 miles inland from Estero Bay, just south of Fort Myers. We're okay. Stuff that we lost can be replaced. Other people aren't so good. I don't want to listen to the news, might get depressed, and I don't even live in the US. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. But there's a lot of people that are going to come into these lives right now that want to know what's actually going on. They have people here too, so this one's a little different for me because I have to kind of give the I have to be the bearer of bad news, but hopefully I can bring some good news to some people and comfort some people. Certain areas that I know that aren't bad yet. I haven't got out and explored a lot yet. I've actually, unlike all these other people that are out all over the place right now, where there's no stop signals and it's like the Wild West out there, it's hard for those first responders to get around. There's a lot more than 17. It is very hard to get around for those guys, so it's a nightmare out there when it comes to that. Yeah, I freaked out on her and reported her video for false information. That's messed up. It's messed up. What's up, Dylan? I know, I figured a lot of people were checking. Sorry, I tried my hardest to get a signal out. I couldn't. I still really can't. That's why, thankfully, I got Wi-Fi. Thanks, Laura. I love Davey. Davey's a great guy. He showed up at the end of one of my live streams one night. That's the first time I met him in person. But we like to joke around with each other. You know, he's actually a very serious guy. Don't let him fool you. He's a pretty serious guy and was a pretty successful businessman, but he just likes to have a little fun. It was good news. Thanks, Pam. I think it is because they don't want to cause panic before all the rescues. They don't. They don't want people bombarding them. They want to be able to do their job. Yeah. Condo was okay, but the damage, it is significant. I'm seeing it on the news. We'll go back here. We'll go back outside. They'll probably post some stuff on the news here as you guys can check out Wink News or NBC2 to get updates on what's going on down here. And that's what I would suggest you do, because then you guys can see. They've got drone footage up now. And you can get a better idea what's going on. Yeah, Wink News or NBC2. Thanks, Colleen. I know someone there that lost everything. I'm trying to help one family in Northbrook. Yeah. My biggest client that I had, their business got wrecked, so they're not reopening. So I feel terrible for them. I just hope some people that have to make that decision, you know, make out okay. So these are people waiting for gas. So last night we saw gas station headline like that, and then my son said, somebody told me that Marathon had gas, let's go down to Marathon. So we went down there, and it was dark. There was no power on that side of town, but the gas pumps were on, even though the store was closed, and we were able to get gas, and there was no wait. So we filled back up. Yeah, like Hurricane Hugo, some of that stuff took 12 years to rebuild. They will. You would be, Ruthie, you would be, you wouldn't be surprised, but some people would be surprised how fast people were already out cleaning up, taking care of everything. Even the landscapers were here yesterday, cutting trees down, shredding stuff. All the neighbors immediately got all their stuff down, started doing cleanup control. So, but it's just so devastating. It's really as bad as it gets. I hated seeing them rescue dogs left behind. Yeah. What was that Wawa on the screen? Yeah, so some people were waiting for hours and hours and hours for gas. Thank you. Oh, John Boy. Thank you for the burger. I'm actually going to make some burgers tonight for dinner. And so I figured that was going to be the appropriate wish list item for this live stream, because it's going down here. I highly recommend getting yourself one of these, folks. It's just a portable one, so I can fold this up and put it in the car. But it's just a portable flat top. And I was able to make hash browns, sausage, eggs, I can make burgers, steaks, fried rice. Whatever you need, I can make it. Thanks for the burgers and fries. I did have McDonald's yesterday. It was terrible. It was terrible. I don't like McDonald's, but I did it because I didn't want to have to cook. Thanks for all the burgers, though. Crowdsourced Resource has a database of people being rescued. Yeah. I've been listening to some of the scanners, too, but the sheriff told me all I needed to know this morning. That one's actually a cheap Blue Rhino. It's a cheap Blue Rhino one. It was, I don't know, like $170, way cheaper than the other bigger flat tops, and that thing works perfect. And as long as you get it seasoned real good. I mean, down here, with all the salt in the air and stuff, that thing is going strong. Highly recommend. Yeah, these birds are pretty resilient. So did some of you know, did you ever know that, because when the eye moved through, there was people reporting it here on the radio. When the eye moved through, there was tons of birds in there, and it's because they can't get out. They go wherever that storm takes them. As far as that eye is still formed, they can't get out. So they have to go with it. Yeah, Publix got open quick. So over by us, we're not too far from Hertz Arena, and that's a storm shelter. And so they have the power grid pretty secure there, and it was good all the way to Florida Gulf Coast University. So some of those places opened up quicker. Now, Publix today, you could pay by credit, which was great. Up until then, everything had been cash. Well, last night we paid by credit at the one gas station. You had a Blackstone small one? Yeah. You're working at the hospital on 41? Hope you're doing all right, man. And no, I heard Island Park was a pretty rough area over there, too. Hope you and your family are good, brother. So we had birds for Hurricane Sandy we've never had here before. It was crazy. I heard the people calling in. Look at the weather. I wish we had that in Manchester instead of the rain and cold. We did just have a hurricane that came through here, though. So, I don't know if you'd want that. I do. I live just south of Fort Myers, Little Chunk Boy. Or AKA Peanut. Just south of there in Estero. It does always rain in England. Rains a lot in Michigan, too. I don't know why I'm so concerned about keeping this door shut. There's bugs all over in here now. But this tree hung on. A lot of these, the bigger ones like this, these olive trees, did not make it, a lot of them. But smaller ones seem to do all right. I know the area of Fort Myers Beach breaks my heart. Yeah, me too. That was my last live stream down there before the storm ramped up. I was under the pier. Right before that, I was on the causeway for several hours, live streaming from out there. Dog was great. Dog did great. He did really good. It's no, so keep it shut. An alligator might walk in. What should I do about this then? What do you think I should do about this? I got a problem. Houston, we have a problem. We have a problem. The tree that could. The little tree that could, yeah. You were on Pierside's camera, yeah. Yeah, for the other people in here. I just still can't believe that's, that's where I wanted to go that day. And I was gonna film at Sanibel Causeway, and then I was gonna film at Fort Myers Beach, and then I was gonna go down to Little Hickory Beach, and then finish at Barefoot and Bonita, and then head home. And there were so many people on that live stream from Fort Myers Beach, and the weather started turning faster than I thought. So I decided to just stay down there. Thanks for the burgers, Stuffy. So I just decided to stay down there. I mean, I had like 105,000 people on that live stream. And I'm kind of glad that all worked out that way, because as I was driving home, started getting alerts that there was tornadoes in Collier County, which was just to the right of me. So it worked out pretty good. But even some people on the live stream were like, you're putting first responders at risk. One, no, I wasn't, because it wasn't that bad yet. I wouldn't have been there if it was. Two, when they evacuated everything, like Sanibel and that stuff, so did the first responders. There is no help at that point. You're on your own. Go save the dog. All right. Oh my God, that was an insane live. It was. It was very surreal. But honestly, guys, it really did help me. I really wish I could have actually went live during the storms. Everybody's comments and stuff was actually very calming. And I knew it was about to get bad down there. But did I expect the 18-foot storm surge in some places? No. I did not. Make an extra burger for the gator. They should be eating good. There's a lot of stuff going on here. But that was the weirdest today down. I went down to the front pond where I take you guys. A bunch of trees are down, so I can't walk around it. But there was snail shells all over the place on the sidewalk. And then outside of the snail shells were snails all over the sidewalk. And the dog apparently likes escargot because he tried to get them. But they literally got thrown out of their shells. I did not get water in my house. I mean, we got a little bit into the vents and stuff, and they're going to have to inspect the roof. Make sure nothing's up in there, but nothing really into our house. Thank you, Juju. I'm staying on for a little while, as people are... I don't even know what day it is. Is it Friday? I honestly don't even know. But I'm staying on for a little while. Because I know so many people were worried, and it makes me feel bad because... You know, you guys, even when I'm live streaming something that might stress you out, I don't want you to be stressed, so I want you to leave. So I felt bad that I was increasing people's anxieties, even the spicy ones. There was some spicy people. Snails smell. They didn't smell yet. They were fresh. They were fresh. One woman had a snake fly into her window and it was stuck there. I heard somebody else say there was a shark swimming in their in their yard. It's Friday. It is Friday. I didn't know, Laura. I didn't know. I did see, I didn't see the baby manatee. I saw a huge manatee that was going down the sidewalk trying to find water. Aw. Thanks, Ash. It's almost October. Oh, good. This is not just connected to the ocean. No, this is a retention pond. And for those of you that have seen it recently, there's a lot of water in there, but it actually did pretty well. Now, during the storm itself, not only did we have white caps on that thing, we literally had breaking waves with the rip curl. That's insane. Yeah, there's not an alligator in my house, but there could be a whole myriad of things coming in here tonight. That's about the worst. It blew out the bottom piece attached to the pavers and blew out the screen. Our other screens are damaged. I think the roof took a little bit of damage that might need to be looked at, but and some stucco out front, and just this tree tipped over. A lot of other people's trees, they lost their trees. I do have enough food and water for now, anyways, for the next day or two. We never lost water, but you can't drink it or use it to wash your hands and brush your teeth, stuff like that. But we didn't lose the water. No, we lost power and we lost cell service. I still don't have cell service. This is on Wi-Fi now that we have power. A lot of life force said it was calming for them to talk to people. I know, my wife slept through it, and we lost contact with our kids, so we didn't know what was going on with them. And I was just sitting here staring, watching it, and every once in a while, stuff would come flying, because I left a little bit of the slider open, exposed, so I could get out. I wasn't going to be trapped in my house. I didn't like the idea of that. And I did tape the window, and the window was flexing pretty hard, not going to lie. So I'm glad that you told me to tape it. It was bowing in hardcore on this slider over here. So at one point there was like it was like somebody grabbed a handful of water and threw it right at the camera from the other side of the lake. It scared the crap out of me. It was like 3D. Todd, how are you doing, brother? Thanks, Caitlin. I'm in my lanai. I'm in my open air, a little bit more open air lanai, exposed to the elements a little more now that some of the screens aren't in here. This is in Estero, right south of Fort Myers. I'm just giving people an update too, because I know a lot of people were worried about me. Thanks, Colleen, for the TikToks. I can use any help I can get. Oh, good. Yeah, I'm in Zone D, Todd. So as you get into some parts of Zone C, and then obviously Zones B and A, pretty bad. Yeah, I don't think the storm could have got much worse. Do you know how to get cash there? It's tough. It's tricky. You might be able to get some cash at like Walmart and stuff. I don't know if they have a policy not to give it out. I would check there because they might have access to fill their ATM. The ATM there a little easier. But Publix did have cash at one point outside here. But today they did not. They had run out of cash. Some places, though, are taking credit now. So Publix today over here took credit. And the Marathon gas station outside anyways took credit. We did get our power back. We've had water the whole time. You just can't drink it. But we got our power back just a few hours ago, and then we actually got the Wi-Fi back too at the same time. Thanks, Chunk Boy. Thanks a lot for the burgers. I'm seriously going to throw down on some burgers tonight. I'm actually making sliders. I got pretzel slider buns, and I'm throwing them down on the flat top in your honor. So you bought my burgers is what I'm telling you, and the pretzel buns. So thanks. She don't have much gas and they want cash for gas. Yeah, some places do, but the Marathon over here in Estero, I don't know if they have it anymore. So, but they were taking credit on the pumps outside. Everything's been cleaned up out here. People that have watched my lives before, I have beautiful, flowering, huge, tall plants here. They're all toast. And there's a lot of homes in here that have a lot of trees down and stuff. But and then lanai cages. I'll show you some out here. But not as bad in my neighborhood. Move in just a little bit, another mile in, it gets a lot worse. I know the world is coming, huh? Someday it will. When? That's the real question. All right, I'll show you. I'll give you a better idea. Sorry. It's hot out here. I'm glad I now have air conditioning, though, so that's good. So she lost hers up there. She's missing that section on the other side. Outside of the front, there's lots of trees down. But the whole neighborhood was, I mean, you couldn't drive down the roads because there were so many of those, you know, the royal palms in the front of the neighborhood that we all love so much? Those things got shredded pretty good. And those palm fronds were everywhere in the neighborhood. Let's see, they're missing a panel up there. They're also missing one on the other side over there. I don't know if he put it back up. It was blowing in the wind earlier. Still warm there. I'm already using heat at night, but I'm in Boston. It was like 82 right now. It was actually cold yesterday for the first time in like 5, 6, 7 months. I don't know. On the backside of that storm it was very cold for us and not humid. So thankfully, while we didn't have power, we had the windows open all day long. I got a little warm during the day, and then last night it got cold, and I was freezing when I was sleeping last night. So that was a blessing for sure. See, we've had 9,100 people in here, 21 new followers, 7 gifters. Thank you so much for that, folks. You can copy and paste the link in my profile if you want to find my other platforms. But you can also just hit that follow button, be part of the Bob Squad. What was nice during the storm is I do have a chat group on Clapper, which is like TikTok, but if you join the Bob Squad, it's actually a chat group. And I was able to get a message out through that chat group when I couldn't even get out text messages or get any cell service or anything. I was able to get a message out through that, so that was good. Thanks, Pissed Off. A petty bitch. Thank you. Thanks, Matthew. And we were just chatting at some of these places that aren't there, right? I mean, we were just at those places, brother. Thanks, Jose. Stay on for a little while so people can check in. I know it's Friday. It took me a little bit. People had to help me. I didn't know it was Friday. But people are getting out of work. Join the Bob Squad. They should. Hercules survived well. He's sleeping right now. He's taking a nice nap. Very tired. That's pretty sad, Matthew. We were just on those places, Sanibel Causeway and Fort Myers Beach. And on Clapper, after I ended that Fort Myers Beach live stream, I went live on Clapper while I drove from there all the way down to Little Hickory, past Little Hickory Beach, Bonita Beach, Barefoot Beach area, and then back all the way here as it started storming and stuff into Estero. What's up, Pennsylvania and Philippines? So the retention ponds in here did their job. They regulated pretty well. The streets didn't flood too bad in this neighborhood, so the engineers did a good job designing this place. One fun fact about putting up the hurricane shutters in the middle of that storm, I noticed through a lot of the windows that behind the hurricane shutters were lots of lizards and lots of tree frogs. They were all just chilling on the other side of those hurricane shutters, riding out the storm. This is Estero, Florida, in southwest Florida, not too far from Fort Myers Beach, sadly. But we're just south of Fort Myers. Hey, Ollie. How you doing, Ireland? What's up, Amanda? What part of Florida? What's up, Black Man Boating? How you doing, brother? You guys fare okay over there? Now it's calm, yeah? It's calm and sunny. The sun will come up tomorrow, folks, and it did here in Paradise. I don't have a generator now, so that was problematic. Lost some of the stuff in our fridge, but we ate most of it down. We knew we were going to be without power. All right, good, brother. Good. We're good over here. I'm in Zone D, so we're a little farther in, just a few miles inland. it gets worse, but zones A and B. Oof. You were I mean, I saw you the one day. You were my last live stream during the storm before it got bad was under the pier at Fort Myers Beach. I know you've been there, and that's gone. All that stuff, all those restaurants there, right next to it, and all that, it's all gone. Ian changed the coastline. It's drastic. It changed it. I was seeing the footage from the drones a little while ago, and all these places that I walk all the time, it's completely different. You guys got heavy rains over there? Yeah. Right directly by me, it's not too bad. On US 41, San Carlos Park, Island Park area, got pretty bad. And then the closer you get to the coastline, it's pretty terrible. So Fort Myers Beach, Sanibel, Cayo Costa, Pine Island, Matlacha. Matlacha is not good. And there's a lot of looting going on Sanibel and Fort Myers Beach. But I believe the National Guard has moved in. Oh, now they're finally saying hundreds of deaths? Yeah, I've heard that already. It might be more over 1,000 or more. Like Hurricane Sandy here in Jersey Shore, Naples. This is the worst one they've ever had down here for sure. Okay, so she's still with us. All good, thanks. Did you check out my new video, The Rock? No, brother, I've been in the middle of a hurricane over here for a few days. And it's a lot of devastation down here. Not in my neighborhood, thankfully, but no, I didn't even have internet or phone. I still don't have phone service, actually. That's why I'm at my house right now. I have Wi-Fi right now. It's worse than any storm they've ever had down here. It's worse. Okay, I helped your daughter. Awesome. This is the whole reason why I'm on here this long. I'm going to stick on. I know I'm checking in with all my people so they know I'm okay. The people that still haven't figured out that I am. But I'm also on here for people that have people down here they're trying to figure out stuff about. Just moved to the Midwest from Naples, visit Fort Myers Beach, Sanibel, Pine Island all the time. Devastating. Yeah, it's not good. God is good all the time, dear friends. Never ever forget about this. Oh, God is good. But hurricanes are bad. That is true as well. Candace, thanks for the rose. I like taxidermy life. I used to know a taxidermy guy when I was in college who used to help me out. You can figure it out. Read between the lines, taxidermist. Oh, sorry, hope all safe. It's okay, Ollie. It's okay, brother. I know you don't know. We're safe, but there's a lot of people that didn't make it. You're welcome, Laura. I go home to Naples tomorrow. Should be surreal. It's gonna be surreal. I haven't even got down to the coastline yet. All right. Okay, Amanda, you've made your point. I was a taxidermist in North Fort Myers. I also like balloons. You're in Maine now? Nice. Well, it looks like the moderator didn't want to listen to that anymore. I don't blame you, moderator, whoever. I think that was a good job. Oh, they're talking about Cape Coral right now. Anybody that's interested in Cape Coral? I don't know if I can turn this up. I can't believe this TV made it. It actually blew over out here. We had it wrapped up with stuff. It actually blew over, hit the ground. Water exposed the whole time. Water all up in it. Roku, all that. It's all good. Come on. You guys know KZ that comes in here? You guys probably know KZ. She sent me a message today after watching all that stuff the other day. She wants to moderate because she wants to block people. What kind of TV brand is that? Garbage, a crap brand from a long time ago. That's why it's out here, but apparently they make things pretty good back then. It's a Westinghouse. It's so old. One of my neighbors gave it to me. This is a piece of junk he was throwing out. I'm like, that's perfect for my lanai. And it was.
You're listening to the mayor of Cape Coral, John Gunter, with an update for anybody who lives there and has been experiencing some of the emergency conditions. We also heard from the chief of police, Anthony.
They don't make them like they used to.
You heard him talking about the 311 system. If you do not have an emergency,
so hopefully they put the number up here for anybody that has friends or family that they don't know if they're okay. You can actually request a welfare check on them, especially for people out on Sanibel. They've got a lot of people out there going through everything. They have a process that they go through. They look for the most obvious rescues first, and then they start checking, checking homes, looking for people. I saw them rescue somebody off a beach earlier, an old person, so I don't know if they were blown out there or what.
Lights are out, so again, that's why they have police.
One of those 1,000 years, for 1,000 years. Yeah, this thing, I mean, seriously, this thing was soaked. When you see the time lapses and stuff from the videos I post from during the hurricane, you see how much rain was coming in here. But what's crazy is that wind was so strong at the end of it, as it was moving through, it like dried this whole place out. It's way wetter out here than it in a normal storm than it was for the hurricane. It like sucked it all out of here.
Make sure you do not drive over any down power lines because they may be live after that.
But if they put that number up, I'll show it to you guys too, in case you have people you're looking for. It is nice. It is paradise after all, but it's deceiving because we've done a lot of work here, the people in the neighborhood. So our neighborhood doesn't look too bad. You'll see some of the videos from in here, but it's down by the coastline. And even further inland by the rivers and stuff, that got pretty bad. You still just sound so calm. I'm actually doing pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, I've teared up multiple times today, and it's thinking about, when I'm seeing some of these videos, thinking about these beach walks I went on, I'm so thankful I did all of them. But it's hard. It's hard. And then that's like a personal thing for me. But then thinking about all the people that I know haven't made it, that didn't make it. And, one of my clients, their business isn't going to reopen. So there's going to be so many of those. I mean, so many places have disappeared. I was surprised to see some of the big condos that used to be there, that some of them aren't there at all. And when you're talking a 6-7 story condo being gone. I try to be calming. It actually helps me too. Honestly, that's the attempt at doing that was to calm all of you, along with the the rain and the ocean and the ASMR and stuff. But I learned pretty quick that it actually helped me. So it's a win-win. I'm not as emotionally drained now. I was yesterday and physically exhausted. But I didn't get to see a lot of what was going on, thankfully, actually, because we didn't have power or cell service. So the only thing I had was my radio, and I could listen to, about halfway into the storm, I figured out that I could listen to the news, like the local news broadcast on the radio, the one from the TV. So I listened to that for a while, and that's where I was getting my news from. It's very sad. It is very sad. It's the reality of it, and people are going to pick up the pieces and put their lives back together and move on down here. Some people, it's going to be a lot more difficult for, but people are resilient as crap. Yes, Ruthie. But the numbers will go up too, for sure. I'm glad I wasn't one of the people that wound up with the shark in their yard. We did lose power, but we just got it back a couple hours ago, Jose. We lost power about 11:30 a.m. before the storm really started to ramp up here. No, that wasn't Hercules. Cried and hugged with an unknown lady in Publix today. We both lost homes. So you did lose one, Maya. I thought you might. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. It's unbelievable. I knew it was going to be bad. I knew things were going to get dicey. I did not think the storm surge would be that high and do what it did. I did not expect that. I might get you teeth, but they might not be shark's teeth, sadly, Pam. You know, before these tropical storms move in, what does everybody that's a sheller think of? Oh, I can't wait to get out and look for shells. So before the storm got here several days before, I'm going to get out on Sanibel after the storm because it's going to push all that stuff up on Sanibel. Yeah, then the stuff started going on and it's like, yeah, don't care about shells. No, our home did not flood. Yeah, that retention pond did a great job. Now, there was not only whitecaps on that pond, and this is a small retention pond, there was crashing waves with a rip curl. It's crazy. I didn't get any gators here yet, but now that my screen is out over here, there could be one in here later, or a bear, or snake, or bobcat, or panther, who knows. Guess you're ready for some... what I'm not ready for is people coming in here and, you know, there's a lot of people down here that are from all walks of life that just went through a whole bunch of crap. And your comment is crap. So there you go. I wouldn't go near the beach right now. Yeah, I'm going to have to get down there. I'm not going to Fort Myers Beach. I'm going to get down to... I got to get down to Bonita Beach area and check out down there. But I'm probably going to go to Marco Island, which is clear and open over there, and to do a beach walk at some point just to clear my mind. I don't know if there's cell service anywhere. They had 5G ultra wideband down on the beach now, and those are some of the best places to do my walks. I'm not sure if those survived or not. The one towers over here look pretty good, so I'm hopeful that they survived, but I don't know. I honestly haven't heard anything about Clearwater yet. I'm so sorry, but if anybody else has, please let them know. Take no prisoners. And what's funny is KZ, she's like the sweetest lady, super positive, everything else. And man, she just wants to smoke people with that block. Marco is good. Marco's good. Their bridges are secure. They lifted the curfew. They're doing pretty good. Tampa is good too? Okay. Madeira Beach is fine? Nice. Well, that's good. Maybe that'll have to be where I go for if they still have Chris Stapleton, which I'm hoping. Minor damages only. They're bringing towers soon. I hope so. I have to drive down to Florida to see if my home is still livable. Where's your home, Sherrose? Thank you. I'm headed down there next weekend for the Buccaneers game. Check out my video. My live stream just posted today that I had uploaded weeks ago from the Hurt Suite at Raymond James Stadium. It's a beautiful place to watch a game. FGCU is great. It's great. They have power. They didn't even lose power over there. And I was on FGCU's campus last night. That's where I got a signal on top of the parking garage. My son and I walked through there. They lost a few trees and stuff, but everything theirs actually looked like one of the better places. It was better than my neighborhood even. You're not allowed on Bonita Beach yet. Roadblock just before it. Well, you know, I am somebody that does journalism, you know what I mean, too, so it is a little different for that, but... How is Venice? I don't know about Venice, guys. I know Pine Island, Matlacha is not good, Cayo Costa, Sanibel, Fort Myers Beach. South of Tampa, they showed rows and rows of trucks with linemen all set up, ready to go out. Yeah, they had them staged. I saw a lot of firefighters from Miami-Dade last night staging in FGCU. Cape Coral's not good, no. Cape doesn't have cell service because I can't FaceTime my mom. Yeah, I'm thinking there's not going to be much. I mean, FGCU has a little bit of service over there, a little bit of signal. Yes. Or anywhere over on the campus over there, Looney. Anywhere is pretty good. I was fine in our car too. We could get on social media, we could make phone calls, we could text, all that stuff working anywhere in campus. I just couldn't live stream until I got to the top of the parking garage. So she should be good. So she should be good. All right, so here's the causeway. It's from the drone.
That's the span there where the bridge goes up and over the water.
I'm honestly, seeing the damage, surprised that any part of this bridge is still standing, because most of it, or big chunks of it at least, are wiped out. And it's so crazy to think that the storm surge was powerful enough to do this, because this bridge has been here for a long time. It was built to withstand at least some powerful storms, because that's expected here in Southwest Florida. But we just saw how strong Ian was, and nothing could withstand its power.
Look at that. That's a great point. The spans of the causeway that went up.
They're still rescuing people, Stacy Lynn. There's still helicopter, and by helicopter and boat.
Comes back down into those islands. It just completely disintegrates here.
That Sanibel Causeway where I live streamed from a few hours before it started getting bad. Well, not really bad. I wasn't that close to the bad part. But that was the second to last place I live streamed before I packed it in and hunkered down. He left Cape Coral towards Fort Lauderdale. Yeah, we got power back on today, Susie, over here. And we do have our Wi-Fi working, so I'm able to call out on the Wi-Fi. My family's doing well. Other people's families are not so much, but mine is doing well. People in my neighborhood are doing well. She has friends missing from the beach. Sorry to hear that. I did my last live stream under the pier at Fort Myers Beach. Second to last was on Sanibel. Those are the two I did that day. I was gonna start at Sanibel, go to Fort Myers Beach, then Little Hickory, then Bonita and Barefoot Beach, and then go home. But there were so many people on the Fort Myers Beach live stream because it was a ghost town at that point that I decided to stay there. And the weather turned faster than I thought it was gonna, so my instinct was to go home. So we did a live stream on Clapper, driving from Fort Myers Beach all the way down past Little Hickory and Bonita and Barefoot Beach, and then all the way back to Estero. And there was tornadoes firing up just in Collier County to the south of me, so it was a good thing that I left. Yeah, you'll even see some of my videos that I've already posted. That's where I was. I was right down in these areas that just disappeared. I don't know about North Fort Myers, and I don't know much about what's happened on the Caloosahatchee. I know Fort Myers, downtown Fort Myers, flooded pretty good. Yeah, they're going to need a lot of recovery teams.
There's really nothing that can truly prepare you for what we've seen, but it seemed like kind of
it's pretty crazy.
Benchmark of like, okay, this is what we're dealing with. This is going to be bad.
Yeah, I'm still just, I'm still just seeing some of the stuff. And I've walked all these beaches a lot. And so I'm glad I did. And I'm glad that I have the 4K walks and stuff on Rumble and YouTube, the full ones. And even these live streams I'm going to have to post because it's changed for good. So I'm glad I have a video record of what it looked like, to save. No, I am in Florida. I'm in Southwest Florida, where it made landfall, in that area.
Offices have been temporarily relocated on the offices that they cannot get to. So we're talking Bokeelia, Pine Island, St. James.
Buzz's Lighthouse? I don't know what Buzz's Lighthouse is. I know that the Sanibel Lighthouse is still standing. I don't know about Lighthouse Cafe, though. I know that the two buildings, if you guys look back, just a few weeks back, I went to the Sanibel Lighthouse for the first time. There's two buildings right next to the lighthouse that are gone. I do know that. Thanks, Michelle. Like I said, I want to make sure there's information that I'm getting that other people might not be able to get so easily, and if they have people down here, hopefully I can at least help a little bit. I'm so happy, Pam, too. We'll do a lot more walks, too, and it's going to look a lot different. But I might have to do a little traveling to find some different locations to bring to you guys. I'm doing as good as I can be, Karen. I'm doing as good as I can be. I'm very grateful, and I also know that what I went through is nothing in comparison to other people. So Sorry, I just drank a bunch of pop. Oh, I just gave away where I'm originally from. I'm in shock of all this. Still can't believe it. I'm still processing it myself.
Overnight you a key. It might be difficult if you live in some of those affected areas. So just know that you can get your mail at other.
So right now we don't have mail
So let's talk
either.
about Marco Island right now. Electricity, FPL, and LCEC are working together to restore power on Marco Island. FPL doesn't have a time frame, unfortunately, as with
No,
many areas.
that place, I don't know. That's over by Lover's Key Resort, Flippers on the Bay. I don't know. It's probably not good, though. They're pretty close to the water. I don't know. But the place, Pierside Grill, which was right next to the pier the one day that I had a drink and had lunch out there and just filmed the pier and the shoreline, all that's gone. My Greek restaurant is gone. Thanks, Miss Starshine. I heard somebody said Coconut Jack's is salvageable. I don't know about the fish house. Doc's is done. So, yeah, Marco's even got their water back now. Good.
So, you're good there. All primary roads and bridges on Marco Island are open and passable. Some more good news. It's so nice to have some good news to tell you. They say please stay off the streets as much as possible, though. Don't drive through standing water. There's a cooling.
Flippers, yeah, Flippers on the Bay. So if anybody knows, she's in New Smyrna. New Smyrna town is 3 to 4 feet of water now. Still? I wonder if Lonnie Kai made it. I don't know. A lot of those places didn't make it, though. They're, a lot of those older buildings there didn't make it. I know the one t-shirt place that was right down by Times Square, because Times Square is pretty much wiped out, but the t-shirt place across the street, or the souvenir surf shop place, whatever, that's still standing, but doesn't mean it's good. Thanks, Renata, for the hand heart. People remember there's lots of power lines on roads and homes. There is. Doc's Beach House, yes. Yes. It's destroyed. And it's a lot worse the further north you go along that coastline. So, Sanibel, Fort Myers Beach, Matt Lachey, Pine Island, Cayo Costa, they took the brunt of it. Hurricane is terrible. There's a lot of fatalities. We're over by where it made landfall, just south of Fort Myers. I didn't get evacuated where I live. I live in Zone D. I lived in Zone C during Irma, and we were under a 15-foot storm surge warning. Thankfully, it never occurred, so we moved over here. And I'm glad we did, because this part of town fared pretty well in comparison, just a few miles inland. That walk was the first day I found you. So sad. I know. But I'm grateful that I got to do it. Yeah, I'm in Zone D. Evacuation zones. So it starts with A being the closest to the coastline and the water. And then B as you move in a little bit, and then C. And I'm in D. And it keeps going the further inland you get. So that's how they order evacuations. I know. Well, it wasn't a hard decision because the last neighborhood we lived in, Invest 92L, happened about 10 days before Irma, and it dropped, I think it was like 16 inches of rain on us in a 36-hour period, and our neighborhood flooded. And so when the hurricane came, it flooded even worse, and so our neighborhood was flooded for about 6 weeks, and we couldn't drive your cars into the neighborhood, and there's a lot of bad stuff in the water, not just alligators and snakes, but bacteria and stuff down here in the hot climate. That's not good. What's up, Tank? I could use some Tank snuggles. My little guy is like a little tank. He's like a mini tank. He's a tiny tank. That's what he is, Steffi. Oh yeah, chemicals is in the water. Not to mention power lines could be. Lots of poop, yes. Do I have a boat? No. But I do have flotation devices and floaties. Thought I might need them. I wasn't sure if because the last place we lived, our retention pond actually did flood into our pool, overflowed our pool and everything. So I thought this one would do the same, but it actually, it never got up to the back part of my yard there. You could also use cuddles. Tank's a cuddler. Don't let his name fool you. It's not Frank the Tank, though. It's just Tank. Yeah. And that's why I live east of I-75. Now, where we lived before, I thought I was far enough inland. I didn't realize how close Estero Bay really is. So, and Estero Bay did spill over into 41 San Carlos Park area. Island Park is not very good, from what I hear. He's cuddling my feet as I'm getting ready. Hey, he's got to pay to cuddle the feet. Tank. Come here, boy. Want to take a walk? You want to? Does Tank like cats? Tank, do you like kitty cats? Because everybody always asks for the kitty cat. There he is, folks. There's the one and only. Xerxes, aka Kiki, or Blue Eyes. Hey, Blue Eyes. He's irritated. It's like, don't put me on camera right now. I'm not. I didn't get brushed today. Oh, he's cranky. Stop it, Ella. His head tilting. It's okay, Tank. Hey, Tank, you want a bone? You want a treat? Mama got a treat. Shake it up, Tank. You have to see what the insurance companies call flood zones. They don't want to pay, so it's smart. Yeah, that's true, too. Ian was just found ready to do a post-tropical cyclone. Nice. Yeah, he doesn't have time for that. I'm surprised he didn't look up, because when it's sunny like this, sometimes his eyes get real blue, and it looks like he's got his blue eyes on right now. So. No. Here we go. And there's people that need help and they can't get to them.
The causeway being, I mean, the damage is horrific. We got to see it firsthand. Right. There are people still stuck on the island. My message is, stand by, stay safe, stay inside. Don't go out where there might be a downed power line or water that you don't know what's in it. Stay safe, because we are coming in full force.
Yeah, it's here from him. As he said, I mean, there's people.
That's the causeway that you just saw there.
Wow, there's another look. And you see the damage, and it's devastating. You think so many of our
That's Fort Myers Beach, I think.
So much damage.
Maybe.
Looks like they flew over
Sanibel.
County, and you realize.
That's the causeway that I was on, live streaming from just right before I got here. It's crazy.
Or worse.
See, they're saving people all over the place still.
And this was some video from earlier today. Again, I know from my house in Lee County, I can hear what sounds
It
like
is.
chopper
So I encourage you to look up on the internet Wink News or NBC2 if you want to see the live broadcasts that are going on down here. You'll get way more information about what's happening in this area than you will on the national media and stuff. Someone on TikTok was looking for his parents that lived right on the beach on Sanibel. Yeah, and again, there's a number. I don't know if that's what just went by. I don't think it was, but there is a number that might scroll by here that you can call and do a welfare check if you're missing a family member. What comes in must go back out. People are crazy for swimming in the oceans. There will be. Oh, I know. What were the stations? Wink News, W-I-N-K, Wink News, or this one, NBC2. You can look them up. You can watch this live broadcast. They're going 24 hours.
Nothing like our area, but a makeshift bridge and building falling into the water, I-75. I mean, it's just, we're seeing a lot.
But Wanderer So now I'm more concerned about the bugs that I just see out here that I'm allergic to. The different bees and wasps and stuff. Like, great. I'm going to have to put something up on that to block that screen because it's going to be a minute before somebody fixes it. McGregor community is underwater. See, this is all by the Caloosahatchee that comes in off the coast, and this all flooded into Fort Myers. So not Fort Myers Beach, totally different area. Gonna have some different breeds, yeah. Got another medical helicopter going over right now. They're brought to you by Cuba and everywhere else. Yeah. Flying down into Naples Hospital. Have you heard anything about Sebring? I have not. I have not, Krista. I know, I'm very allergic. And I lost my one EpiPen set. I've got one left. But I lost my one the other day. The cooler didn't stay cold in the car. And it cooked it. But look at these boats.
On top of each other like giant piles. Honestly, that's what comes to mind. If I would, Kyle, I'm just going to switch tabs here. I tweeted out a side-by-side comparison. So on the left-hand side of your screen here,
that's what it looked like before the storm.
Like where Joe's Crab Shack looked like before Ian, and then on the
and that's right on the Caloosahatchee River.
Crab Shack area looked like after Ian.
There's nothing left.
I haven't heard about RSW, but I would imagine it's probably ready to roll pretty quick.
It's like they were all just accordion.
I would imagine that area, most of that area over that way had power, so I don't know if they did at the airport, but it looked like it was going pretty far in that direction, so it wouldn't surprise me. So one of my videos for my wife's Christmas party, we were at the top of a building, like a little bar at the top down there, right by that, and I was videoing that exact marina. Good news for us today, Tyler's treatments are finally getting moved out to every 6 weeks. Heck yeah, they were every 4 for the past 3 years. That's a lot. That's a lot to go through. That is good news. Please share some good news in here. I like some good news.
In downtown Fort Myers.
Kyle, during the actual hurricane, I got a really incredible image from this part here. It was from folks who were staying in the Best Western here in North Fort Myers.
But I'm glad I could update everybody. I'm going to try to see if I can get service somewhere else tomorrow. The ants go marching by right now. They're getting to reestablish their homes. I'll try to go live from somewhere tomorrow out in town if I can get signal. Otherwise, it'll be right back here. The only place I can get it right now. At least I'll be able to upload some videos and bring some normalcy back to my world. But I am going to throw down on some burgers on this thing. I am. It's going to be a good time. That's so good. That's one of the reasons why I went with the allergy drops even, was because I didn't want to have to go get those allergy shots all the time and have to drive over there constantly to deal with all of that. But welcome into anybody that's new. This is My Walks in Paradise. You can hit that follow button, and you can also copy and paste the link in my profile. If you want to see my other videos, I do have videos recently right down from Fort Myers Beach, San Annabelle Causeway. But I do have also 4K footages of those places and those walks over the last year plus. If you want to check it out and see what these places look like. All right, here's.
I know a lot of you don't have internet, but if you can get a chance to take a look at this, like Ron said, it shows you the scope because so much of the area now has a new satellite image to show, which means that there have been changes to it.
Yeah,
so right now
that's Blind Pass.
Blind Pass since we know it had a lot of damage.
All right, take care.
You can see from above all of those trees, they basically look like toothpicks. Or if you are from a cold weather climate, or you've been to cold weather in the winter, you know, when all the leaves fall off the trees, that's what a lot of the trees here now look like, even from very high above in the sky.
And look at this, the span of the bridge that goes across the pass there, that is intact. But as soon as you get back on the north side of the island here, it is completely covered with sand. And that continues up the whole stretch of the road here as you move toward the north. Now, something else I wanted to point out here is that here, at least, I'm not seeing, at least from this particular perspective, very high from the ground, complete annihilation of homes and businesses like we have seen on Fort Myers Beach. So once this satellite data is updated and it gets a pass over top of Estero Island, that's where the side-by-side comparisons will be simply heartbreaking, because we have seen from chopper video, there is nothing left of Times Square in Fort Myers Beach.
There's no Times Square.
Nothing left of the Fort Myers Pier. And it is real heartbreaking. Actually, earlier today, if you were able to listen or watch us, we were noticing a U.S. Coast Guard helicopter that had landed on the beach, and I believe it was very close to this stretch of southern Sanibel Island. Look at the incredible cutouts here that you can see where the water retreated when the storm surge started to pull back as the winds eventually turned offshore on Sanibel Island. And you can see the major destruction this did to the beaches. This will take incredible beach renourishment to get this back to looking anything like it did before.
It really will. And, you know, one thing I've noticed everywhere I've been, especially in these coastal communities, is the sand. The amount of sand that now covers so much.
Crazy stuff. What's up, Connie? Is it time to make the donuts yet? The water did take it all, right? Isn't that crazy, though? All these... there was some drone footage earlier that was pretty crazy, but I think this is the government satellite website where you can check out the newest satellite images that have been updated since the storm. You are working. Nice. Have a French delight for me. I did have a little bit of damage, but not terrible. You are cancer free. Heck yes. All right. Thank you for coming in here and sharing some good news. That's 2 people that have shared good news in here. Let's go. Who wants to be the third?
Those are the houses that we're looking at currently.
We can use good news.
I'm just going to pull on the map here and
That's so awesome, Connie.
And you know, from the damage from all of the causeway, I am truly surprised
I bet you're happy.
these buildings still standing.
when you see the destruction on the Estero Island,
I didn't want to say anything to you, but I had lost one of my friends back in his late 20s from skin cancer. So
when you see the destruction on Estero Island in Fort Myers Beach, but look, as we go up here, look at the beach. I mean, there are these little
There's
cuts,
so many
channels, and inlets
indents everywhere. What do you think that means exactly, Rob? Why is it? It's like every block or so, there's another new indent.
Water was moving very fast going in, and water.
daughter and her husband are pregnant. We never thought they would have baby. Heck yes.
I mean, it is every possible
Grandparents coming.
has some sort of channel or cut in it.
That's pretty good. That's pretty damn good news. I don't know if it's gonna beat Connie's, but that's pretty close. It's pretty close. Sorry, Wanderer. Sorry, Steffi. You're in third. Here goes another live flight. It's a boy. Heck yeah. All right, take care, Connie. I'm so glad to... Thank you for coming in here and sharing that good news. They got lifted out yesterday. Oof. We had quite a few people in here. I'm glad. Oh, over 11,000. That's nice. 26 new followers. That's good. So mainly I was doing this to touch base with everybody once again to make sure people know I'm okay. So I'm gonna stay on here for a little bit. I'm gonna start cooking my burgers too at some point. So if my moderators don't mind chatting it up with people, if I start doing that, that'd be awesome. But thanks, a big shout out to my moderators, the Mod Squad, the Mod Wife Army. It's big and strong. We even have a few mod fathers. And even a mod grandfather, but he just doesn't know it yet.
Continues to be amazing to me that we don't see more roofs peeled off the top of these houses.
That's what I was saying, Rob, especially from what we saw on the causeway. I actually
But, I mean, even yesterday, The sun came out. It was beautiful out here. So I kind of have storm hangover, but I am here. Yeah, you got that foggy brain too, don't you? Yes, Mod Wife Army is strong. So what view do you guys want? So I'm going to start at least getting stuff ready for the grill. And I keep checking the comments, especially if new people come in. But which view do you want? You want the TV? You want out here? You don't want the grill, so don't ask for that. But I might show you what I'm cooking while I'm cooking it. I think people want to look at the view and not listen to the news. What do you think? TV, all right. Got a TV vote? I do. It's the week rather than watching updates. Yup. Show us the food, the view. All right, so TV, grilled food sounds good. Water will look for the gator. We'll look for the gator. Water, the news is depressing. Okay. Sorry, folks. That comment wins the day. Outdoor view for the win. All right, there we go. I'll check in with you guys too. But I'm gonna move you outside. Here we go. Washington, Ohio. All right, you guys are on Gator Watch. Let's see. I'll adjust the camera a little bit. Every once in a while, why not watch you grill? Once I get it all ready, I'll bring you in, show you some of that too. But let me just get stuff going. In the meantime, enjoy this sideways tree that survived. I don't know, probably 130 mile an hour winds, I would think, over here. But it might have been a little bit more. And you might see some helicopters going by. be right with you, folks. I will. Oh, my dear. Been enjoying your nice relaxing time out here in the Southwest Florida sun. Coors, somebody likes Coors. What's up, BK? That is happy. I gave you my order. Oh, you gave me your order? Make a fishbowl? So, thanks for the hand heart. Speaking of which, we almost had to have sushi. I was gonna have to throw my fish out in that lake today, out in that pond. I'm glad I didn't have to. I was not looking forward to that. All right, hold on. Give you some ASMR. So this is how you clean these. So I use flaxseed oil when I season my grill, and so like when I'm done, after I clean it and everything, I put flaxseed oil on it. But then when I start up each time, I'll actually clean it before I actually put the olive oil down or whatever oil I want to use. But if you do this at the end, scrape off anything into the little compartment over here. Oh, I'm zoomed in. No wonder. Sorry, guys. Scrape anything into there and then hit it with some hot water when it's on high. Cleans right up. And these do pretty well in the salt air here. So that's that. It's ready to roll. Simple, right? 1 rare, 2 medium, 2 well done. All right. What does that mean? Oh, you know, I actually did look that up the other day. And it wasn't the words I was thinking it was going to be. It's very complex, BK. Only somebody as smart as you could figure it out. But this guy, guess what he's having for dinner? He's having ants. He's seeing all these ants. He's like, oh my God, this is so good. I get ants for days. All right. So this is what's going down here in a second. So we got some blackened burgers. These are gonna be sliders. Blackened burgers, Cavender burgers, and then I'm gonna make some bacon. But we're gonna make the bacon first, and we're gonna cook these in that bacon. That's how that's gonna work. That's your burger order. Do you know where Stony Brook is? Yeah, it's not far from me at all. It's right up by that McDonald's. It's across the street from that McDonald's. I know they didn't have power at the time, but that's where the McDonald's and Publix had power and stuff. No lizards or the barbecue now. They could be. They could be. There was lots of frogs in the stairwell at FGCU going up in that parking garage that perished in the storm. All right, we're gonna change up your angle. I'll see what else everybody said really quick, and I gotta grab a couple more things. I gave you my order, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, my Wax in Paradise is alive. Yes, I love mushrooms. I love mushrooms too. I also like shrooms. Bacon wrap jalapeno on a steak. Bush's beans. Bush's baked beans. So this is what everybody wants to have, or is this what they like when they're cooking? Mac and cheese, french fries. Lettuce and grilled onions, yeah. I like doing the White Castle burgers sometimes. Redoing them. Here's a different look for you. BRB. bring it in. Alright, there's one over there. There's one outside. You don't need to realize that screen's gone just yet. He didn't waste any time. Didn't waste any time. Let me know if the signal gets too bad out here. Actually, matter of fact, I'm gonna leave you guys behind. No man left behind except today. Except today. Keep going in the comments. You haven't got to my order yet. Oh, shish. My friend said she'd buy me an airplane ticket so I could fly my little dog down there. Aww. Puppy butts. Hold on. I'm gonna have to put you guys over here. I'll find your comment in just a second. Put it over there. Here we go. Come on, sir. Come on. Come on. Good job. All right, sorry about that. Was there any damage? We had a little bit of damage. There's a lot more further inland, though. I see one gator. Did you really see a gator? We lost that screen down there. We lost the parts of these screens are damaged too, but he's 8 months old now, Jose. All right, I got to go back and find this order from Kelsey. Let's see. Cold beer. Bob needs to cook extra. Yeah, that's true. Oh, and lettuce and grilled onions. Kelsey wanted lettuce. Please and thank you. Well done with cream cheese, jalapeno spread, bacon, cheese, fried pickles, chipotle sauce, buns, toasted. I do have chipotle type of sauce, and I wasn't sure if I was going to toast the buns or not because they're pretzel buns. So I'm just not sure about that. That's not a bad order. He is still pretty young. Thanks, Delith. Yes, we made it through. We survived a big bad hurricane for sure. All right. Enjoy this view for a second. Just kidding. How about that? Is that okay for you? It's probably not the best, but it'll have to do for a moment. again, pertaining to your other comments, please send beer. Cold beer, please. I'm almost 60 and feels so cold. It's almost 60. It felt so cold last night. The backside of that storm got cold. Goes, oh, pretty water. Oh, trees. Mommy, look, puppy. Wow, hearts and a present. How cute. How cute. Yeah, you guys are going back out here for a second. Hi, Bob. Just want to let you know my niece is awesome. Awesome, Cindy. Thank you. Happy Friday. I didn't know it was Friday for a while, but happy Friday, everybody. All right, I'm cooking. Once I get everything going, I'll take you in and show you what's happening on the grill. I also have ghost ants on my actual gimbal. Good times. I don't know if you guys saw this or not, but I literally just took scissors and cut the package of bacon in half so I could zip up the other half and make, you know, good sized ones for the burger. Puppy's good. Ghost hands. Ghost ants. Ants. He's cooking, yes. We got some screaming bacon. Unfortunately, it was a little cold, so it's gonna curl up, but you know, do what you gotta do. And I'm a cook it all in one shot and then reheat some of it kind of person to make better use, be more efficient. So I don't need all this bacon for tonight, nor do I need all these burgers, but we're gonna make them all and we'll eat them tomorrow for lunch and stuff. We're at sliders. Haha, bacon. Yes. We're doing sliders. We're doing sliders. So stay tuned on that. And go back to enjoying your view, people. Now, what I want y'all to contemplate, so when I come back, contemplate whether or not I should toast the pretzel buns, and I'll show them to you. I think they're king swine. Or if I should let them go straight up. I'm thinking straight up, but we'll see. Small mini burgers, yes. Sliders. And then we're gonna cook those sliders in that bacon grease. Because, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. Thanks. Hello, Bob. Hey, Katie. See, everybody, there's KZ, who I was telling you about. She wants to block somebody. Don't mess with KZ. Pretzel buns are so good. Okay, no buns, no on buns, no for the, no for grilling them, or toasting them. You're welcome, thank you. He's cooking, blah, Maybe very lightly, just a light toast on the pretzel buns. What's up, Jim? Sounds good to you. No browning buns. I meant no browning buns. Okay. I won't brown my buns just yet. There's some stuff on the edges real quick. What's up, Jay? What's up, my brother Jim? I'm making everybody sliders. Jim, what did you want your temperature? This one's a sad one. I'll give you that one. So this thing's great. It's portable. It was a cheap one. It's not, you know, the Blackstone grill. It's just a little small portable flat top. You can fold up, put it in your car, take it to tailgating or whatever. But I've made eggs out here. I've made fried rice, stir fry, pancakes. Make a whole package of bacon in no time. Steaks, burgers, sausage, hot dogs. So it works out pretty good in a situation like this when you need it. Right? It's pretty cool, right? You're cooking for your family. I am. Soft buns. I'm thinking soft buns too. Plus, it's less for me to clean up on this grill afterwards, which is part of the reason why. Small leather camping table. That's cool. Mom bacon. Hey, sliders for breakfast, whatever. Wherever you're at, we can do this, right? Bacon on. Drip it all over. Just drip it all over these guys. Ooh. Delicious. Doesn't that smell good, folks? You don't have to answer. Don't worry. I see you have a lake in your backyard. I don't like burgers, but I do like bacon well done. Well, that bacon is well done, so perfect. Smelling your food, cooking, I bet it smells awesome. Oh yeah, they'll be in here visiting later. So this is what we do after a hurricane. Why can I actually smell it? Because it's that damn good. The fried egg on the burgers. It is pretty good, Kelsey. I have done that before. I do like a fried egg on the burgers. I only have 2 left, otherwise I would do it. But I like your thinking. So this is all that bacon grease that we do. But, so I don't set this up the way that they tell you to, but I intentionally like it to have everything cool in the far right corner. So all my grease goes there. And then when I'm done cooking and I get everything off, I just pull it into the drain over here. slide it over like that guy at Sakura in Michigan, or Hibachi Grill. I hibachi it. So, but this is the fun part. You guys ready? Butter on meat is so good. Butter on meat is good, but this is bacon grease. Yikes, Garden City and Carolina Beach is actually really several feet underwater. That's a bad storm. I got my power back, Matthew. I'm good. All right, ready? There you go. This is when it gets good. Oh yeah, steam those burgers like White Castle for a minute. All right, while that's happening, I'm gonna take you guys, throw you out. You don't have to wait and see what happens next. Oh, so good. Yeah, we got our power back a few hours ago, and my Wi-Fi is working, so that's the only reason I'm bringing you this. There is no cell service here. Might not be for a while. Bacon grease, yes. these are the buns, the slider buns we're using. King's Hawaiian pretzel sliders. And there's some of that extra well done bacon for you. Tastes like bacon. What's up, Carol? I'll show you guys in a sec. That gift was so cool. That burger? Nice, thank you, Casey. I can taste the bacon now. So we've got in the front, we've got your classic American cheese with on a Cavender's burger. Cavender seasoning is Greek seasoning. It's delicious. If you haven't tried it before, you should try it. Then we've got the blackened seasoning with the cheddar mix going on in the back. And then we'll even save a little bit of that crispy cheese that's on the flat top to snack on. But this is what you do. You use up stuff that you needed to use up too. So put it together and you got a meal. Boom. Holy moly, it looks so yummy. It is. It's gonna be delicious. Matter of fact, we're gonna hit it like this one more time. Steam it for a second. We should be good. This little guy down here, he's just he's checking out all the ants and trying to figure out how to get out of here. There's only one screen that's completely gone, brother. The rest of them pretty much are here. You're gonna have to go back the way you came from, sir. Cheese makes everything better. It does. All right, I'll set you guys back out here. I'll make these up and we'll sit and enjoy it together. How's that sound? But if you can let the people in there, I'm sure you guys already are. If people come in asking if I'm all right and stuff, let them know. We're good. We're good. But I'm telling you, seriously, anybody that lives down here, that is an investment worth making. You can cook all sorts of stuff on there. I can even put a pan on there and cook in the pan and boil water and whatever I need to do. So it's pretty convenient and it's portable. So I had a lizard under my car, I heard the other day. Yeah, they actually like the new wrap on the wiring in these newer cars that's made with soy. The ants like it, the lizards like it, the rats like it. That's pretty much perfect timing because the grill just ran out of gas. I do have the extra propane, but I won't need it for this meal, so it worked out all right.
Later.
I do have electricity. It came on a few hours ago, and that's why I'm broadcasting. I have Wi-Fi. I don't have much battery left, so I'll have to charge this, but I'll show you guys how. So I like to use bacon grease too at the end to help clean this off a little bit. Unfortunately, I like to get this real hot so I can burn it all off, but I'll have to do that tomorrow when I hook up the new propane. So just bring it all put into here. So that's what's going on here, if you hear me doing this in the background. Ooh, 40,000 likes. Wow. What's up? What town is Bob located? I'm in Estero, which is right by Fort Myers. That's the part I dislike, is cleaning the grill. Yeah, it actually, when you turn it up at the end, you can turn it up on high and then use the water. The water does most of the cleaning. And then just some paper towel. This will be a little bit stickier situation because it's not as hot now. But tomorrow I'll just burn it off in the beginning. Dump some water on there and clean it up. It'll be good. Been doing therapy shopping. Nice. All right, beautiful. So what do you guys think? Hurricane comes through. We're just making use of what we have in our coolers still after a couple days. And this is what we come up with. Little mini sliders. These ones are blackened. My wife's having the Greek seasoning, the Cavenders. And yes, it's dirty out here, folks. Oh my God, sue me. There was a hurricane. I don't know if you knew that or not. Okay. That's what's going down right now. Ready, folks? You guys ready? Whose one is this, Pam? Whose burger is this? Who wanted it with cheese and red onion and pickles and bacon? I only need one slider, Bob. There's a lake there, but wouldn't recommend swimming as gators swim there too. Yeah, I actually just heard one. Have you guys seen the video yet of the guy with the drone footage over one of these bodies of waters, and the gator comes out after the drone, stands up on its tail and jumps up after it? All right, let's see. What do you guys think? Is it gonna be good? It's cooked. It tastes like bacon. It's pretty good. So some of my favorite restaurants no longer exist, but we can cook and enjoy it right here. Delicious. And the mosquitoes haven't figured out yet how to get in here, so we're not getting destroyed yet. This is what we're doing here, folks. We're doing mini sliders off the flat top. Are you able to drive into town? I don't know yet. Maya was on here earlier. I mean, I know that you can't go over Mantanzas Pass into Fort Myers Beach. They're not allowing anybody over unless you live over there. I don't know how bad it is down towards Bonita Beach. That's where I'm planning on heading tomorrow. Marco Island is good. So I might do a beach walk there coming up. You like that, Anthony? It's not too bad for coming out of the cooler. But we really have made some killer pancakes and eggs, and we even had some tater tots in the freezer that we had to cook up. So I just did smashed tater tots on that flat top, and they were delicious. It's not too bad at our house, Jen. But those cabbage palms didn't move much at all. These olive trees, though, had a lot of trouble. Sadly, up by the clubhouse, there's a couple, I don't know what kind of trees they're called, but they're absolutely beautiful, and they have these big seed pods that come off of them. They kind of remind me of a catalpa tree up in Michigan, in a way. Those are all snapped off at the top. These red onions are good. These little sliders turned out delicious. I'm glad, Jen. I wasn't so sure what you guys were actually gonna get. For new people jumping in there like, what is going on? Why are we watching this guy eat mini burgers? A few people are like, it's beautiful there. I want to go there. Thanks, Allie and the babes. Thanks for the rose. We survived. We survived Irma and Ian. We have some damage at our house, but it's not terrible over here. We're in a pretty good spot relative to everybody else. So it took out this section of the lanai. I just slid that up there. That was actually in my neighbor's yard, but it tore the bolts right out of the pavers and the screen with it. We lost power at noon, or well, about 11:30, before the storm actually got in here, and we just got it back a couple hours ago, and we have Wi-Fi now, which is the only reason I'm able to do this. We don't have cell service down here. Gator to my right. They are going to be cruising around. I don't know where Harrington Lakes is. I really don't. Thanks, Nonina. If you can tell me where that's close to, I might be able to give you a better idea, but I don't think it's super close to me since I don't know it. Gators must be confused. You know, the one today down at the wading pond seemed pretty ornery. So you might... Venice? Okay, so I'm about an hour south of Venice. This little bird. He's going to come in here with us in a second if he goes around and realizes he can get in here. We're going to have all sorts of interesting visitors, I think. I heard good things about Tampa, yes. So the worst areas were where the eye hit: Fort Myers Beach, Sanibel Island, Matlacha, Pine Island, and Cayo Costa. It's pretty bad. It's as bad as it gets. You have an open aviary, yes. Amongst other things, reptile enclosure, big cat enclosure, bear enclosure, and welcoming lanai for alligators. She has no power, cell, sewage, water, nothing. So we did have water the whole time, just a boil advisory, but we lost cell and power at the exact same time in the beginning part of when the eye wall was making its way on the shore. It was pretty crazy though. But so 2 reasons I did this. We did our first live last night. I was able to get a signal out of FGCU from their parking garage at the top. A strong enough signal to do a live stream. And then I was going to check in with everybody and let you guys know today. But also for people that have friends, family in this area that are wondering, because there is no cell service, so people are freaking out because they can't get a hold of each other during the whole entire storm. And it was a long storm. For some people, that eye wall lasted almost 2 hours on the front end, and then another almost 3 hours on the back end. And so we didn't have any contact with either of our kids. So we didn't know if they were okay. So a lot of people don't have cell service and can't get information out. I'm working on trying to find a rental for her water and house roof damage. It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough to find any places. The further inland you go, the better chances you have. But you know, there was already such limited stock down here as it was. So the Gulf receded. Did it come back yet? I don't know, honestly. I just finally started really seeing stuff last night as to what really happened here. And again, I'm actually grateful that I didn't see it during the worst part of the storm, because this was the first one that I stayed for, and I would have freaked out a little bit. callbacks towards Naples. Yeah. Yeah, so in the beginning part of the storm, you can't call out, but other people can call in. In one spot in the neighborhood, everybody was getting cell service, but now, so everybody was hanging out right over here. At one point, there was probably 50 people standing right on that corner and had their cars parked there because that's the only place they could get service. But I think everybody's using Wi-Fi now to get messages out. I don't know, Jen, how strong the wind got at my house. My guess is around 130. But, Sanibel had reported gusts of 150, 159. Some people are even saying 190, but I think that's a little bit higher up. But I don't know for sure. I will tell you that the roof was trying to lift off. I could feel it. You could feel that pressure in the house. And then this sliding glass door behind me, because we have 3 slider doors, and I left one of them partially open enough so I could get out. Because otherwise the only exit point is your garage, and garage doors tend to blow in, doors tend to blow out, and roofs collapse. So I wanted at least another way to get out. That slider was flexing big time with that pressure. I think it's going to be harder, BK, for me when I actually go down to those places and see it. I'm still processing everything. But I'm grateful for all the walks I had down there. I'm grateful that we're okay. I feel bad for the people that aren't. And I know I'm going to know some of them. Because I did talk to several people when I was down at Fort Myers Beach, and they weren't leaving. I know those people were. Can we see my house? I took everybody through a little while ago, and then we showed you the front, some of the trees down out front. But I'm going to be wrapping it up. I'm just enjoying the rest of my meal. I've been on cooking duty all day. Cape Coral had 140. Yeah, so that sounds about right. About 130, maybe over by me. It's crazy. So BK, I don't know if you were on my live streams before the storm came in. I can't remember anymore. But my second to last live stream was Sanibel Causeway. I was out there under the causeway, and then I went to the front part of the causeway where the big bridge part is, and I parked there, and I was live streaming from there, and I was deciding whether or not I would stay. I actually was going to just stay there until they told me I had to leave the causeway and then just go home. And then everybody's like, go over to Fort Myers Beach. Because I'm like, I don't know if I should go over there or not. And Davey Stingray's like, come over here. It's a ghost town. There's nobody over here. So that's why I went there. So it's crazy, the last 2 places I was at got wiped out. Did you post a video of your walk about the yard? I haven't yet. I still have videos to post during the storm, those updates that you were seeing. And then I have 2 time lapses, plus videos from when the storm was happening that I'm going to put out first. And then I'll show you the videos when I walked around the property and into the neighborhood and stuff. I just was able to post for the first time last night when I was at FGCU, and then when we got our power back today, that's why you're seeing some of the posts. Hope you can show us the beach soon. I hope so too. I'm definitely going to do a beach walk at Marco Island at some point. I was planning on doing that last Sunday, and then I stayed around to keep an eye on things in case I had to put the shutters up, so that's why I didn't do it. But there's one place I can get to still. Thanks a lot, BK. I hope you guys have a great weekend. I can't imagine how hard it is to see the causeway like that. It's especially after literally just being on it 14 hours before it actually started to wash away. It's pretty crazy. I heard the pier in Naples was also destroyed. I heard them on the news say that the pier in Naples was in better shape than Fort Myers, but I don't know what that really means. Yeah, like I said, Jen, when I had the tropical storms come and stuff, I was looking forward to going out and getting shells. I was excited about the storm making its way over this way. I didn't think it would come that close to us, and so I thought there'd be good shells. But honestly, after everything that's happened down there, I don't care about the shells. Sorry. I know you like them. And there's probably some good ones out there. I would probably like to go down there and find any that I could help and put back in the water. But I think that's a little too late now. Oh, and it's nothing against you, Jen. It's nothing against you. I would have totally thought, I think you probably even heard me on my live streams. I was looking forward to going shelling. That was one of the first things I was going to go do. I was going to go to Sanibel Island, over by the Lighthouse Beach, and shell on a live stream for you guys. That's what I thought. I also thought I was going to be live streaming through the entire storm. Yeah, none of that worked out. None of that worked out. But shout out to whoever put the cold beer in my refrigerator in my garage. My garage door's open. Somebody threw a beer in there. And it's nice and cold. And on this live stream, I said, hope somebody could send me a cold beer. So thanks, whoever it was. I did lose my biggest client, though. They lost their business, and they're not going to reopen, sadly. I feel bad for them. Okay, I'm gonna make one more burger. You guys want to still hang out for a couple minutes, or are you bored? Are you bored to death? Or should I bring you out in the front one more time before we end this, for those of you that stuck around? I'm so glad the Sanibel Lighthouse is still standing. Yeah, Beth, but those buildings right next to it, those are gone. The lighthouse itself, man, it's just, it's not much of a lighthouse either. I was actually surprised that one was still standing. It was you, Jen? You put the beer in my fridge? It's a Killian's. Crazy, right? But again, for anybody that lives down here, I highly recommend getting yourself a flat top grill. This is a cheap Blue Rhino. I didn't think it was going to be the greatest thing ever. It's portable. It folds up. You can slide it back in your car. That thing, I've been able to cook everything on. And even the neighbors have been pretty jealous because they're eating like peanut butter jelly and stuff like that. And then they're coming out here to take their hurricane shutters down, and I'm cooking brats and smashed tater tots and eggs, and pancakes. I tried to throw him a tater tot, but he didn't want it. Burgers for you for breakfast, Kay. Burgers for dinner for me. You need a grill now, right? And for those of you that don't know, stuff doesn't last down here very long unless it's, really good stainless steel. But those seasoned cast irons, you do it the right way. I don't have any issues, and I've had this for 2 years now. And grills don't last long here, folks. I don't even know why they sell the ones that rust out so quick, but they do. All right, I'm getting another burger. Be right back. burgers were delicious, and those King's Hawaiian pretzel slider buns are delicious. That is a tri-colored heron over there. I saw in the middle of the worst part of the hurricane, I saw a blue heron just fly down here to the other end of the pond like it was not another day. Just flew right in the middle of all the wind. But I'm glad I could catch up with all the people that didn't see me live last night. I did get quite a bit of messages today, people asking if I was okay. So hopefully they start seeing the videos that I posted. I'll post a lot more too. You probably get sick of seeing all my videos, but mine aren't the variety of boats on top of each other or flooding and all that stuff. So you'll be able to see the difference between just a few miles inland, the difference it makes. Burger with black coffee. What's up, Nelly? Does anybody else in here have questions about areas that they're worried about people in? You can hit that follow button, be part of the Bob Squad so you don't miss me when I go live next or when I'm posting new content. You can also copy and paste the link in my profile if you want to find my other platforms. What's up, Chameleon? Just got done making these delicious little pretzel bun sliders on the flat top. This came straight out of the cooler, right onto the grill. Because that's how we've been eating the last couple of days, right out of the cooler. But inevitably, people will ask, so do you still love living in paradise? Yes. It is still paradise here. Right? These ones are blackened sliders with cheddar mix and some red onion and pickle and some mayo. The other ones are Cavender seasoning with American cheese. Good. Yeah, because they probably couldn't get cell service there either. So after numerous attempts driving around doing a bunch of stuff, the very first message I was able to get out was on Instagram Messenger. And then the second message I was able to get out was on my chat group, which is on Clapper, which is an app that's like TikTok, similar to TikTok. But if you join my chat group there, that actually was very beneficial because I was able to let everybody know, finally, that I was okay. It is delicious. Let's see the food. Oh, I'm so sorry, Larry. You know what? I'm going to go make another one just for you. I was only going to have 3, but I'm going to have a 4th slider. And I'll make it so I can show you. But we cooked it and everything. We cooked it together. In between views of the pond out there looking for gators. We cooked it on that. All right. All right, Larry. I'll go get another one. Hold tight. Okay, Larry, you ready for the big reveal? Here you go, Larry. This is for you. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, you gotta put the top of them. Oh, yeah. You gotta smash it down a little bit, and then you just eat it, Larry. And it tastes delicious. But I do like muffins too, Larry. And these were steamed, so it was very good, but now I'm getting full. Thanks a lot, Larry. Not too bad, Larry. Not too bad for people that have been living without power and stuff for days. No refrigerator. But thanks. Hope you have a good weekend. Thanks for popping in. Everybody, I am going to have to wrap this up, though. I think we pretty much got to most people that we needed to let know that I was doing good. Keep checking for me live. If you follow me on Clap or join that chat group, though, the Bob Squad, I'll let you guys know where I'll be tomorrow, what I'll be doing. Hopefully I can bring you some information from somewhere else, meaning that I have cell service. That made one too many, Beth. That's how many it made. It made one too many. I was going to eat 3 today and 3 for lunch tomorrow, but it's 4 for dinner today, 2 for lunch tomorrow. That's sort of saying I knew people were freaking out, so I felt bad. You too, Mary. You guys have a great weekend. And 1, 2, 3, 4. It was a cheeseburger. But I will gladly pay you tomorrow for a hamburger today. And that is the truth here. There's some people right now in this town that would give anything for this. They'd probably give me their generator, honestly. If anybody's out there, I got a couple more burgers. You want to make a trade? There's a lot of people without power still and without water. There's other people that don't have their homes, so we're just grateful. All right, folks. Look for me tomorrow. Check out some of my videos that I've posted already, and I'll post a few more probably tonight into tomorrow. And I hope you guys have a great weekend. My weekend just got a lot better, so thank you for the power, everybody. Appreciate the prayers to help me get that turned back on as quickly as you did. Now, the last thing I need you to pray for is cell service down here for everybody, because it's pretty hard when you can't check in with people. All right, guys. Thanks again. Thanks for checking in. Thanks for Karen. And thank you, Karen. All right, see you, folks. Peace out. Thanks, Kay.